Hello there guys and gals. Today we're going to have another Minecraft video, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This one's going to be a tutorial. We're going to do 3 machines / farms you should have in your world that are tiny. So we got 3 tiny little farms here, and we're going to start off with the chicken farm. So we're about to learn how to make the chicken farm. We've got just a little small space taken up by it. There's plenty more designs than just mine. This one I made myself earlier. You got that chest here with a hopper feeding into it, collecting cooked chicken from these chickens right here that grow up and die in the lava and get cooked. Dispenser leads into that spot right there to dispense out the eggs. Eggs get collected here by those chickens. This sends a signal all the way down to here and turns this torch off, which turns that torch on and dispenses out the eggs. You could do this with less materials, not having to craft this observer by wrapping it all the way down. But I like the more compact version. There's actually an even more compact version than this, but it doesn't have the trapdoor at the top. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab us a building block because we're going to need it. And let's get started. Alright, so we're going to use this chest as our starting block here, just so we don't have to place down an extra one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a placement block leading right into this half slab, so we can place down that dispenser facing into it. Make sure it's facing that way. And now what we're going to do is add a hopper facing into the dispenser. That's the main mechanism for the entire thing right there. That's the main part. Now we're going to take our torches, we're going to put one there, skip a block and put one there, and that turns that one off. See how it deactivates it? Now we're going to grab our comparator, place it here, and then we're going to take our placeholder block, put one there, place the observer facing up, break our placeholder block and put some redstone on top. Now the reason we do this is because the observer will send a redstone signal down through here that we can use to make things a little bit more compact. Put our repeater here, make sure it's on 2 ticks. And that's it for all the actual redstone other than the lever at top. You want the iron trapdoor because the wooden one catches on fire. It doesn't burn though, so if you're okay with it being on fire, you can still use the wooden one. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start building the casing around it. So we're going to go ahead and go up off of the chest. 1, 2. On the sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to put one on top of the dispenser. You go up 2 off of the dispenser as a matter of fact. And now you're going to go ahead and place your lava. So let's go ahead and grab us a bucket of lava. Plop that right on down in there. Now, after that, what we need to do is build some blocks around the actual hopper, because this is where all the chickens are going to sit. You can see them right there. Now we need to plop some chickens right on in there. 24 is the max that can fit in a block, so you'll know you get to 24 whenever one of them dies, like that. Or a few of them die, that's okay too. Alright, now you just put your trapdoor and some sort of solid block up here in order to activate it. These chickens are going to get out, but that's okay. It's just for tutorial anyway. Now you can open the trapdoor and close it, and then you can throw more chicken eggs in here. I'll show you that real quick. Just like this. So you can just throw some more in here, so you can get them to grow up, and there's your chicken farm. Now it's complete. So now it's going to eventually start producing eggs, and the eggs will shoot into here, and will make the chickens get cooked and turn into cooked chicken. Alright, so that's it for the chicken farm. So for the next farm on our list today, we're going to have an automatic sugarcane farm that can also be adapted into an automatic bamboo farm. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to need just a few items that we're going to grab. I don't have my items in my chest, I don't think. I don't. So we're just going to go ahead and grab a few of them. We're going to need pistons, the observers. Now I'll go ahead and explain what's going on while we're over here. the observer actually takes a signal from whenever the sugarcane grows up. It sends that signal to this redstone, and then the redstone sends a signal to the piston, breaks the sugarcane, and voila. Hopper minecart picks it all up. So let's get started now. Got the rails, powered rails, hoppers, minecart with hopper, some grass blocks, a water bucket, and some levers here. We're also going to need some sort of block to surround it with, so I'm going to get us some glass. Because I just like how glass looks. We might have to stick it in our survival inventory for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start the rail down here and put a lever next to it. Turn it on. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's where the dirt ends at. So you want to go ahead and put your grass blocks over all of that, just so you don't forget. And then after that, you're going to place down some more rails here, here, and then if you look over here, see how this slopes upwards? You need it to slope upwards or else it won't work right. Don't ask me why, it just won't. But now after that, we're going to go ahead and get our sandstone out, place one here, place our powered rail here, and activate that rail. And the rail is good to go. Now we just need a minecart with a hopper in it. Let's wait for this one to come back. Thank you, sir. And now that's a going. Now what we want to get is our water bucket. Now the reason I made this 7 blocks, I think you can actually make it 8 blocks. I just like how 7 looks. Is so that it'll flow all the way to the end without any problem. That way you don't have to sit there and make sure that all of them are source blocks, because that doesn't matter when it comes to sugarcane. So let's take some sugarcane out of here, out of our other one, and get it going. I stopped that whenever I was over here earlier. Go ahead and plant it. Alright, perfect. Now what you're going to want to do is, you want your observer to be facing your sugarcane on the 3rd block tall, because you want to harvest it whenever it gets to the full height. Just like that. And break your placeholder blocks. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and place one block there, one block there, and you take your pistons. Going to go ahead and go all the way down this with your solid blocks. These do have to be solid blocks because they're going to be carrying a redstone signal with them. Now you're going to take your pistons and you're going to go all along here with them. Just like that. Now you're going to take your redstone, go across the top of this, just one single line of it. Now your actual farm is complete. Now we're just going to encase it in some glass, like so. Make sure that it's all nice and covered up, because you don't want anything flying out of here. That's the biggest problem you're going to have, because if any flies out of here, then you're losing sugarcane. You want to go over the water. That way none falls in the water, unless you want to spend extra iron on an extra hopper that you don't really have, because these are all mostly early game. So you don't have a ton of iron to be spending on things. And then after you get the top covered up like this, remember sugarcane is 3 tall. You want to make sure that this is even with the observer before you put a roof over it. So you make it even with the observer, then you click yourself on a roof. Just like that. And then that farm right there is finished. Ah, I see what I did wrong there. We put this lever in the wrong spot. Alright, now it should be unloading it all in there. There we go. Have to edit that out. Alright, on to the next farm now that we've demonstrated that one. We're going to be doing a automatic pumpkin and melon farm, which is this right here. You can see how the minecart rails are set up down at the bottom. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So let's get started on that one. Let's go ahead and turn that tick speed back down. just so we don't have all the pistons going off. Now what you want to do to get started is make sure you find your middle block. It's going to be 7x7 cube is the easiest way to set it up. And then you get your middle block and do a plus out from it. 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way around. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then you do one in the middle all the way around. Make it a diamond shape. Alright, now your dirt is placed. You want your dirt placed before your minecart, just because that makes it easy. I'm going to go ahead and place our chest here. And we're going to go ahead and get us a hopper and place on top of it. Well, into the chest, not on top of the chest. I'm sure you know what I mean. Alright, now let's get the rest of the stuff we need out of here. Okay. We're going to need a couple more things that I didn't have in the chest. Like this right here. And this right here. So we can go ahead and place our water source in the middle. Melons or pumpkins. Remember that. You can make it either all melons or all pumpkins. It doesn't matter. But after that, you're going to go ahead and put yourself an observer facing into each one of these. Not like that. Just like that, though. That way, whenever your plants grow, it sends a signal into the observers. Alright. I'm going to have to get that back in a second, but it'll be alright. Put your redstone dust right on top of it, just like so. You're going to hop down to the bottom after that and place your pistons facing it downwards. And you want to make sure that it's above each one of these dirt blocks that don't have anything planted on them. See how I just detected that signal from the observers? And the reason you do this is so that whenever your plant grows, the pistons will immediately break it. So you'll get endless pumpkins and melons with complete automation. Let's go ahead and get that rail back now that we're done with all this. Get our power rail out as well. Now what I like to do for this is I like to put some glowstone or some other block in the middle or on top. We're going to just do both this time for simplicity's sake. So we're going to go right here and place one on the sides and one on the top. Sometimes you have to get in here to place it on the sides. Just like that. And then we'll just go ahead and put one up here just for the fun of it. Just to light the area up. You do need a block there though, so nothing falls in. Alright, so now let's go ahead and place our blocks around the main build. Don't want to do that. I guess that works. I don't really want it to be that block though. See, while you're putting the blocks around it, they fly out very easily with this farm, because they're basically just getting squashed out. Now what you're going to do is get your powered rail. I like to start over here for pretty much no reason, in all honesty. There's not much of a reason for it at all. But you're going to go ahead and place your powered rail there and get out your normal rails. And you're going to just kind of follow a nice little pattern here. You don't want to do that like that. You always want to leave one space behind on one of them. And this is going to go through like right here. So this has enough space to get through here. And like I said, one space behind the other. And then you're going to put a power rail pretty much at every single one of these on the actual original plus. And then you're going to go ahead and wrap this right on around all the way up to here. Put another powered rail there on the plus. And then right to there. Then you'll go ahead and follow right on through with this one. Oh, whoops. I made a mistake here. Just like that. And then you'll follow right on around with the plus. Just like so. Just like that. And you'll put one last powered rail there, and that covers every single block in the farm. Now you'll take your levers, which I don't have, must have got rid of them again. This is a very botched video, but it's okay. Turn on all your powered rails with your levers. And then that right there is the farm done. You just got to add your minecart with hopper into there, and you are good to go. Now let's just watch it come around real quick. And look at that, melons. Melons, melons, melons. Plus some pumpkins. So that's 3 small farms you can build in your world, however much you like. You can extend these, by the way. These can go nearly endlessly. So, if you want to make that bigger, you can. If you want to make the sugarcane farm bigger, you can. If you want to make the chicken farm bigger, there's not much of a way to do that. I would just make multiple of them. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys in another video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have the time, there will be a video right at the end screen of this one. If you have some extra time, please go watch it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later.